What is up, guys? Thank you very much for clicking on this video. For those of you guys that don't know, my name is Josh and I make virtual reality content here on YouTube and TikTok, as well as teach you how to become a VR content creator. Today we're going to be taking a look at Ancient Dungeon, which is a game that I've wanted to play for quite some time now, as I am in love with roguelike games, as well as RPG dungeon crawlers. I have not played this game at all, so everything that you see on camera is my real reaction to the game. Traditionally, I am not a gigantic fan of like voxel style artwork. Things like Trove and Minecraft have really never done it for me, so I don't know how well that's going to translate to VR, but I am open to the experience. So we are in the Ancient Dungeon VR lobby. I will preface this by saying that this is the beta version of the game that you can find on App Lab. I did not purchase the full version. I'm not sure really what the differences are. It says, please consider upgrading to the full version to get further updates and bug fixes. So we very well may be playing on like an older build. However, I think that the generalized concepts, for the sake of the review, you can probably grab the free version. So controls seem pretty straightforward. I think that we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. These are procedurally generated dungeons, meaning that every dungeon will most likely feel different. So the replayability is probably very high in this game, but we'll see if that's the case in just a minute here. So it looks like this sheaths and unsheaths my weapon. Press trigger to equip and throw your knife. Oh, very cool. Seems like we only have one of those, but at least we can call it back. Very cool. I will say that I wasn't a gigantic fan. I didn't think of the art style of this game, but I feel like it does work pretty well. Looks like we got an old man here. Warm ourselves by the campfire with the old man. Looks like there's an anvil. Very cool. Okay, so maybe we're not even in the dungeon yet? No, we're not even in the dungeon. This is like the lobby area. Very cool. I thought this was the dungeon. Okay, let's talk. Oh, hello. You're the first arrival since I've been here. Are you going inside? Yes. Wonderful. I mean, good, but do be careful. If the stories are even partially true, the Ancient Dungeon is a very dangerous place. You haven't been inside yet? No. I am here to perform research on behalf of the Grand Library. I'll be observing your progress using this glass scrying and making copious amounts of notes. All right, great. Yes, truly. Knowledge is the greatest treasure mankind can aspire to, don't you agree? In any case, good luck. I look forward to your adventure. I look forward to having an adventure, my good sir. I can talk to the old man. Better ye turn back than go forward. This place thrives on the blood of those that die within. He is a dark individual. Well, I don't plan on dying. Ha! Who does? Heed me, or no, I've said my piece. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into the dungeon. It looks like there's seeds then, very close to like Minecraft. So if you start a dungeon and you really enjoy that dungeon, you want to share it with your friend, maybe you put your seed in there and they can do a dungeon run. And it looks like there are some modifiers to modify the dungeon, but I think for the sake of this review, we're going to leave things as they are for our first run, and maybe we'll jump into some of these modifiers on a second run. Overgrown gatehouse. It's very dark. It's very dark and spooky. Luckily, we are not alone. I was hoping that there'd be like object collision so I could like shing shing, but I guess I'll have to put that effect in myself. It's very spooky. The art style, I think, serves this well. The cartographer, rebelling against the advice of all my cohorts and my order in general, I have entered the ancient Initially, I am surprised by the amount of greenery. When one considers the term dungeon, thriving flora would be an uncommon association, to say the least. This excites me greatly, as it supports my core hypothesis about this place. The ancient dungeon was once a bustling locale, somehow subsumed. I've never even heard that word before. Subsumed by the earth eons ago. For the moment, I have marked this area as the overgrown gatehouse. On my burgeoning map, as I expect some variation as I venture further, I will have to exercise more care in my draftsmanship. However, already there has been an inexplicable overlap of corridors. I must not let the excitement of exploration overcome the meticulous nature that has afforded me so much success in the past. Cool, so there's a little bit of like lore and backstory, and what's this? Penny whistle. Ooh, ooh. What are you? Oh gosh. Well, that got real fast. We're down to 2 hearts already. So it seems as if the amount, like your swing matters. Because like, I feel like I was hitting him, but I feel like I wasn't hitting him hard enough. Oh, here we go. Little slime. All right. I haven't seen a way to block. You can store objects in your wrist slots. But we're just going to eat that for the health, for the sake of it. Okay, we need to work a lot harder on not getting hit. Looks like there's 2 now. Stick and move. Stick and move. Okay. A little bit of blood. Wonder what happened there. Is that? What are you? Are you a zombie? I will say that the animations are really good for what they are. Ouch. Oh, there we go. Here. Perfect. I haven't found anything in these pots yet, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. Ooh, I need a key. What's this? Swollen dragon lung. When you are hit, nearby enemies are ignited. Give me all the loot. Gnawed off paw. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting I have a knife. I need to utilize the knife more. Oh my god! What the hell was that? That legitimately startled me. I don't think I will, I think I'll probably take this game a little bit more seriously now. You stay. You stay. Alright. These dudes are pure nightmare fuel, honestly. We're getting good with that knife, though. I do like the knife. It's very satisfying. Oh, got 2 zombies. That was a crit. It would be very cool if there was like an archery mechanic. That would be very cool. I think that the ranged combat with this knife is very satisfying. So we need a key here too. This is a secret door, and I've played enough RPGs to know that this feels like a boss fight. Oh my gosh, it is. All right, King Slime. It's on, buddy. Me and my trusty knife. Okay. So it seems like every time I hit this guy, it spawns a slime. So, is he getting smaller though? So you obviously don't want to hit him too many times, right? Because that's too many slimes. Oh, we're almost dead. There we go. It would seem as if this is the next stage of the dungeon. There's our second journal page. Ooh, and an option to save and quit our run. The cartographer. I have entered at long last a dungeon. Stone floors with iron bars. Just what one would expect. While I had hoped for a continuance of incongruity, there is some satisfaction when the picture in one's mind matches the reality around him. An odd, red fungus abounds here, but does not seem directly harmful. While I have not had the courage to ingest it, the stuff burns well and has been useful for starting my campfire. The odor produced is actually pleasant, smelling somewhat like cinnamon. My map grows increasingly convoluted, and I have had to devote multiple pages to the different layers. This place twists and turns around itself like a mass of knotted rope. I know this undertaking could be a great one, but I did not anticipate such a high level of complexity. The writers of this game are phenomenal, by the way. That flavor text... Oh god. That flavor text really, is really good. I think this is a dude that lunges. Yeah. God, those... Stop it. That never gets easier to deal with. Oh, it's a bat. I don't know what, like, that fire is doing to me, but it's hurting me. It's hurting my body. What is this? Whatever it is, it doesn't like me. I'm not sure what that was. Anything like that. These look like they want to hurt me. What's that noise? Token of battle. Melee damage is increased. Ooh, what's this? Chiming orb. So there seems to be some sort of power-ups. Oh, those things explode. These little slugs. That one's definitely gonna explode. We gotta kite that away. And that's the end of our dungeon run. We're back in the beginning again. And it seems like we have lost our upgrades, but we have 14 insight, which we can then use to, I'm assuming, purchase these upgrades. We made it to the infested dungeon, which was the second level, so we have one more layer to go, and we collected 2 of 4 of the cartographer pages. So, if I start a run again, I wonder what type of dungeon. So it seems to be the overgrown gatehouse again. However, this is a different procedurally generated dungeon. We didn't have this before. So every time that you jump in, oh, he's armored. Every time you load into a dungeon, it would appear that you're going to have a completely unique experience than you had before. Bye. I don't know where that apple came out of your bits and bobbles there, but I'll take it. So, Ancient Dungeon. I could definitely see myself, I'm in poison. I could definitely see myself playing this game for many times over. The replayability factor is just phenomenal. It would be really fun, I think, to dive in with your friends and do this in multiplayer. That would be quite the experience. But let's go ahead and jump out of the headset, guys. I will give you my final thoughts on Ancient Dungeon, and we will wrap this bad boy up. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. So, Ancient Dungeon. Final verdict, it's truly a masterpiece on the Quest 2. The graphics work really well for it being voxel based, so performance on the Quest is fantastic. I think there's enough of a gameplay loop there to keep people coming back time and time again for another dungeon run. I found myself easily saying like, oh man, I can't believe I died there, like, let me jump back in real quick. The fact that it's procedurally generated is going to create a new experience for you every time you dive into it, and although enemy types could get stale with the power-ups and the upgrades and the modifiers to the dungeon, there is a lot of content here, and that's phenomenal for a $19.99 purchase on App Lab. So at the end of the day, I think the only negative that I have to what little bit of the game that I played for you guys is it would be very cool to have multiplayer and the ability to like 4-person co-op dungeon crawl. That would be awesome, as well as, and maybe I just missed it in my review, but having different weapon types. The knife was like the most satisfying for me, so I think having a bow or like a mage staff and like casting fireballs would work really well in a game like this. So if you guys are still watching this video, I appreciate you sticking around. Actually, a large number of you that watch my videos that aren't subscribed, so get involved. But I will see you guys all on the next video. Peace.